Good morning, everyone. Today's a good day. Every day is a good day when you're a follower of Christ, but today's pretty extra special. A few weeks ago, our family, my wife, myself, and my son here at the house went through a very traumatic experience. Um, Many of you probably don't know, but around 5 in the morning, my wife woke me and told me to call 911, and usually that means something's very wrong, right? But I asked her, well, can I just take you to the hospital? What's wrong? And she couldn't move. Um, all she could do was talk quietly and use sign language, basically, with her hands to let me know what was wrong, to answer yes or no to questions. So she was very emphatic about calling the ambulance, and I did. 911 took me through certain procedures and did all that, but yet she still needed the ambulance. And two young ladies came through the door at 5 a.m. and came upstairs, and unfortunately they weren't strong enough to move my wife, so they had to call another couple of guys in from another station to bring her down, and it was scary. Um, I was talking to the Lord the whole time, and surprisingly calm, confident, and in Christ, and my wife says courageous, I guess. But following, heading to the hospital that morning, um, I must admit I went through a couple of red lights after stopping just to get there on time. But I got behind this ambulance at an intersection, going to a hospital. I didn't know where it was, but I was following directions, and had lights off. And I'm saying, my goodness, it looks like the ambulance, but the lights are off. And I immediately started to go through scenarios where, what do I do if she's passed? And I literally started thinking about insurance and a house and the kids and things like that. But God kept me calm through it all. Got to the hospital and found out that she was there. She was, of course, she was still ill, but she was conscious and talking. And the EMT brought me back to the back, and it was good to see my wife more alert, speaking, but yet still scared to death. And she went through a CAT scan, and we were there for like 6 or 8 hours, and got home and still didn't know what to do. And the scary part was they said she needed an MRI, but our insurance company said, well, she can have one in like a month. And I was like, in a month? So they finally backed it up to 2 weeks. And but today we got the results, and one of her doctors said that everything looks okay, nothing serious, nothing, no remnants of anything. So we praise God. I was praising God then, that He allowed me to be calm, that He allowed the ambulance driver to get her there safely, the doctors to work. And even though I had questions about the insurance company and the procedures about everything, somehow God gave me a peace to trust Him and to keep worshiping Him. And two of our kids were there at the time at the hospital, but they were pretty calm too. They were upset but calm. God really kept us. And I think back on the verses in Psalm 23, how, even though we go through the valley of the shadow of death, God goes with us. He doesn't just put us there and wait. He walks through there with us. And I experienced that. The calmness that I had, the ability to think straight and to keep my kids calm and to calm my wife down and to, stay there with her. In fact, we even went through the MRI the other day, and I was able to stay in the room with her and hold on to her, continue to touch her as she went through the MRI, to hold on to her feet at the end of the tunnel. And because she's very anxious to go through those things and needs to be sedated. But God kept us even through that. So I say all this to let you know that no matter what we go through, as a believer, God is with us. And we have to give total trust over to Him. Just like Job did. When Job lost everything, I'm still amazed at the fact that he fell to his knees and worshiped God. That's what we have to continue to worship God. But that doesn't start when we go through situations. The worship of God has to be today and every day, so that when when we are hit with these sudden emergencies and these sudden traumatic experiences, we know God. We know how to talk to Him. We know how to trust in Him. We know how to walk with Him and not panic, not go crazy, not blame everybody, not lose it. But yet we can stay calm, courageous, in control, and and give God possession of our hearts and minds, if you would. So be encouraged today, no matter what you're going through. And this is, this past month, couple of months have been really challenging for me, between illnesses in the family. My dad passed away while I was on a trip with my senior students, and Wasn't able to really be there. All I could do was show up for the funeral and never saw him in his last days. So be encouraged that God is with you. He's always with you. And even when we pass away, God is with us because we'll be in his presence. So have a great day today. Students, I ask you to rest in God as well. I know you guys, a lot of our students are training and preparing for college and teams and this and that, and even playing summer ball and all. But please take time to rest. All right, rest in God. Talk to Him. Listen to some Christian music that you like, and trust in the Lord. Okay. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.